Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit more chill and just chatty. I have not given you guys many updates on a more personal level in a while, and I figured it was about time since the last time I really filmed anything more personal was February when I was talking about getting engaged. And a lot has happened since then, so I figured it would be fun to just sit by my shelves, just chat with you a little bit, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So I just figured I would go over some of the bigger life updatey kind of things first, and then we could chat about some of the stuff I've been enjoying, interested in, etc. The main life update things, and that I've mentioned here and there in recent videos, I am moving to Kansas with my fiance. I can't believe how fast the summer is going, honestly. Like, this whole year has felt like it's gone by so fast, and I know time generally goes fast, but this year is the fastest year of my life. I don't know where it went. I don't know what happened to it. It's just been a very weird year, to say the least. But I am finally moving, and my room is in various states of chaos because I'm packing all of my stuff up. I haven't gotten too far into packing just because it is still, well, actually it's not August anymore. It's September 1st today. Wow. But it's still September, so a lot of the stuff that I need to pack is stuff that I can't pack yet. I am going to be starting packing books soon, so that is going to be an experience. It's going to be a bit emotional to put all of my books away in boxes, but that's going to happen soon. Basically, yeah, that's the update for moving stuff. There's not a ton else happening with moving. I'm currently on the job hunt for things that I can do when I move, because my job here is, I'm a barista, so it's very much location based, and I want to find something that I can sort of bring with me where I'm going. So I've been looking into that, looking on some remote kind of job stuff, and just hoping for the best with that. It's all a lot. I've known this move is happening for quite a while, and yet it still feels like it crept up on me, and it's here and everything's happening. So it's definitely a lot, but I know that all of those things are going to be for the best, and I'm very excited to kind of start our lives together, because we've been long distance for 2 years, basically, the entire time we've been together. He's been home here and there, but honestly, the majority of our relationship thus far has been distance. So as we speak, it is September 1st, like I said, and that means there is 44 days left until he is here in New York to visit, and we can do all of our engagement stuff and hang out and have a good time, because I haven't seen him since February 20th. And yeah, a lot has happened. So one of the bigger things that was happening this summer was that Sean, my fiance, was in basic training for the military. And I didn't talk about it a lot because it wasn't something that I felt the best talking about. It was just a really difficult and challenging experience, but it was something I was trying to deal with my friends and my family, and trying to get support in that way. And now that it's over, I can look at it and say, not talking to my fiance for 8 weeks was a very, very difficult task, and something that I never want to do again. But now I look at it and I'm just like, wow, I don't know where the time went. I think that's why this year has gone so fast for me, is just because February was the last time that things felt normal and things felt like, oh, this is the way that my life is supposed to be. And then ever since then, I haven't seen my fiance, and he's been away at training, and everything has just kind of unfolded from there. And while a lot of great things have happened, it is also wow, this whole year feels like I didn't do anything, or nothing happened. I know I did lots of things and a lot happened, but it feels like nothing happened. And I think that's why it just feels like such a weird year. It's just crazy to me that it's September now. So that's the general life updatey types of things. Going into more of my current interests and such, one of the big things I've been into right now is sustainable clothing and fashion. I recently just went through all of my clothes in preparation for moving, and I got rid of a bunch of stuff to donate. But what I have left is mostly sustainable stuff. Granted, I still have a lot of stuff from like Old Navy and Target because those are places I've shopped for quite a long time, and I'm just used to shopping there. So I have a lot of stuff from years ago and from even more recently that was from those places. But I'm starting to gather like sustainable pieces, whether it's from an online kind of website shopping situation, or if I can find like a small boutique kind of business locally that sells sustainable clothes. And I've been interested in this, one, because I think it's important to look at sustainability in our fashion industry and try to avoid fast fashion. But also I think that the clothes that these sustainable places make a lot of times are much more up my alley than the fast fashion stuff that a lot of places sell. I'm just particularly interested in more neutral kind of clothes and basics and things that I can layer and stuff like that. And I think a lot of sustainable companies do that because they know that you're buying a small quantity of pieces and mixing and matching. So I've been really, really interested in that. This is one of the recent sustainable fashion purchases that I made. It's just a little like cropped tank top, and I can wear it with so many things, and I love it. So I've just been getting into that, and I'm hopefully going to be sharing some outfits with you soon in an upcoming video in October. So stay tuned for that, because I kind of want to start incorporating like fashion into my content a little bit more. I don't want to become a fashion content person whatsoever, but I think it's fun to kind of see like what I'm wearing and what I'm interested in fashion-wise. I think that's kind of cool. So that's been one of my main interests recently. Another one of my interests recently has been journaling. So I always kept a journal as a kid, and then I fell out of it for a long time, but I found this journal on my birthday, and it is just a kind of emerald green leather journal. It's super floppy. I love the way it feels. The paper is really pretty. It has a bookmark. It's just a gorgeous book, and I got it because I love paper and I love notebooks, and I was like, you know, I don't know what I'm going to use this for. And eventually I just realized that I really wanted to get back into journaling because I did not have my person to talk to. It sounds like a stupid reason to start journaling, but the reality is that like my fiance is the person that I talk to about literally everything. And when he was at basic training, I did not have him to talk to. So I decided to start journaling everything. And ever since May when I started, I have been journaling several times a week at least. Without even like making a concerted effort to do so. I just started kind of doing that as part of my routine or whenever I wanted to like work through stuff. And I found it so helpful. I know this is not a revolutionary concept at all, but I just found it very helpful, and I'm finding it very helpful to write down my thoughts and process that way instead of having to always immediately go to someone else and have them help me process it. I think that's just a healthy way of like figuring out how to process your emotions on your own. I'm very into like psychology as well. I don't know if you can tell, but I've just been really enjoying journaling. And you know, I don't just write like emotional stuff here. I write lists. So I have like an initial packing list here that I tabbed so I can find it again, and just things like that. So I write lists, I write notes to myself, and I write about my feelings. So that has been super helpful. Oh, recently I watched a show that I really loved. It was Under the Banner of Heaven with Andrew Garfield. And oh my God, that show was just incredible. I saw it on Hulu and I was like, I don't know anything about this. Sounds interesting. It's basically about a murder in the fundamentalist Mormon community in Utah. And I am super interested in cults and extremist religious groups and such. And it was such a well done show. I think Andrew Garfield is an incredible actor, and Daisy Edgar Jones as well in that. Incredible. Yeah, it was just a show about the actual real life murder that happened in the 80s in Utah in this community, and it was so well done. And if you're interested in any cult kind of things, highly recommend. It was a great show. I binged it. I loved it. And I'm also very excited because season 5 of The Handmaid's Tale is coming out in September this month. It is September now, oh my God. But Handmaid's Tale is coming out mid-September. And I am so excited because my mom and I have been watching Handmaid's Tale for a while. We ended up binging most of it like during COVID. We're obsessed with it. So season 4 ending was quite a cliffhanger. If you've seen it, you understand. But I'm very excited to get into season 5 as well. So those are some of my main interests lately. Let's just talk about some content related stuff. Well, my camera died, so I'm back a little later in the day to continue this video. So I did mention at some point in a video that my computer broke. So that was the main content issue. I didn't post for about a month because my laptop decided to just blue screen repeatedly and I didn't know what to do with it. So I now have that whole situation fixed and I'm able to film, edit, upload, etc. So that was like the big reason why I wasn't filming and putting anything up. But while I was having issues uploading to YouTube, I did quite a lot with Reels, and I also started a TikTok, which I'm really late to the party about. I was never on Musical.ly. I didn't get on TikTok right away. I'm just really late to the party on TikTok, but that's okay. I'm on there now. I started uploading stuff to there, and I've just been really getting more into Reels. I did actually have a Reel go viral. I think it got 174,000 views, which is the most I've ever gotten on a Reel. It literally blew up. So that was really fun. That was just a nice little, like, oh, a reward for my work that I put into it. But yeah, I just decided to kind of hone in on Reels while I couldn't do my other content, and that was really fun. I'm trying to continue doing that as I'm doing YouTube content again. Another really exciting development in the content world for me was I got my first ARC, my first advanced reader copy, sent to me by a publisher. And that was really cool because I feel like it's a rite of passage in a way to be sent an ARC. Even though it's, you know, it's arbitrary in a lot of ways, but I just felt like, wow, my content's being recognized by a publisher and they wanted to send me something. Have I read the book they sent me yet? No. Am I going to read it soon? Yes, I'm going to try my best. It seems like a really cool book. So I do want to get that read pretty soon, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. That's a good segue into the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about too, which is the fact that I have been battling a reading slump for quite a while. Unfortunately, I do fall into this kind of trap of when things are kind of chaotic in my life, I don't want to put effort into reading, and it's frustrating because all I want to do is be able to read, and not being able to read makes me more frustrated and more anxious and more like chaotic in my brain because I feel like I'm failing. But yeah, when my brain is chaotic, I don't feel like I can really read. And I've been doing a lot more audiobooking just because of that, because I find it easier to have an inactive role in reading, if that makes sense, a little bit more inactive, where someone's reading to me and I can just listen as I'm doing other things, or just lay down and not do anything and just listen. As lazy as that might make me sound, because I fully can read and you know, I'm able to digest information in that way just fine. Right now, it's just not working for me. And for some reason, processing things through the auditory channels has been a lot easier for me than through the visual channels. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, my eyeballs. But yeah, I'm just having an easier time getting through audiobooks than physical books. So I've been really taking advantage of that resource that I have and just audiobooking. But the reading slump has been intense for a while, and in August I did read a few books that I really liked, so I think that's helping, but I'm still not making a ton of progress. That also leads me into my Goodreads goal, which is something else I wanted to mention. I, by all accounts, am failing my Goodreads goal. I have 45 books out of 100, and we're well over halfway through the year. So I'm not doing so hot with my Goodreads goal. I think I might get halfway there. I'll probably reach a little over 50, hopefully. I can't see myself getting much further than that because honestly, I've been reading 3 to 4 books a month, which is still good. Like, I'm still reading a decent amount. It's just that when your goal is 100 books in a year, you have to read 8 books at least every month to hit that goal. And that is just not the reality for me. Life is too busy. I have a full-time job plus content plus a side job that I have, and packing and getting things together to move. So it's all just happening. I wish that I had the time and the ability to focus on reading right now. I just don't. And that's not me trying to throw a pity party. That's just the reality, unfortunately. But I am struggling with the idea of failing my Goodreads goal because I have not done that thus far, that I've been setting Goodreads goals for myself. And I know 100% that I'm going to fail it this year. But I think I have to kind of retrain myself to not think about it as a failure, because it really is arbitrary. Like setting 100 books in a year, it's such a great goal and it's such a wonderful number to achieve. And I've done it the past 2 years, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that is a failure if I don't reach that goal. It's hard not to see that number being reached at this point, or closer to being reached at this point, considering it's now September. So a little disappointed about that, but I think at this point my main focus is just going to be to try to enjoy what I'm reading and read as much as I feel I can in whatever channels and methods work for me at the moment, because I don't want to give up on reading altogether this year, and I don't want to just be like, well, I'm not going to achieve my goal, so I'm not going to read anymore, because that's not great either. But I'm definitely not at my Goodreads goal. So yeah, if you guys have experienced the kind of anxiety and disappointment with yourself for not reaching your goals, your reading goals for the year, let me know how you deal with that, because I'm curious. I need some advice on how to deal with that feeling of underachieving. So the last thing I want to chat with you guys about is kind of what I'm thinking about where my content is headed. I have been doing a lot of sit-down videos on this channel because that's what I feel like I have the means to do at the moment. I feel like I'm super busy and I have a lot going on, and I don't always want to film everything that's happening all the time. And also, like, given the fact that I still live at home, like, I'm in a particular space that I don't want to film everything that's going on because there's other people here and I don't want to invade their privacy. But when I'm at my own apartment with just my fiance, I'll have a lot more opportunity to film other things, and I think I'll be a little bit more excited and motivated to film vlogs and stuff. So that is kind of where I'm thinking I'm going to be focusing a little bit more. Not entirely. I'm excited about vlogging and getting back into that kind of type of content. I love doing reading vlogs. I think it's really fun to film them and to look back on them. Like I look back at my reading vlogs and I'm like, oh wow, I did a lot of cool stuff that I forgot that I did. And I had a lot of interesting thoughts along the way as I was reading. So that's something I really want to hone in on and try to incorporate some more of my like real life stuff into my vlogs. I love the way that Allie from Alice in Pages does her vlogs. I definitely don't want to copy her style, but I do take some inspiration from the way that she incorporates her like real life and more personal things into her vlogs. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm hoping my content will go in the next year. Right now, it's just going to be a lot of moving related stuff and some sit down videos and stuff, and hopefully in the new year I will be able to start a whole new kind of series of content. So that's all I have to say at the moment. I'm gonna go sit outside because it's a beautiful day, and it is the first day that it's felt a little bit like fall, and considering it's September 1st, I feel like we have to take full advantage of that because it's now, to me, it's now fall time. Even if it's going to be like 80 something degrees tomorrow, that's fine. It's still fall. I'm going to wear pants. I'm going to enjoy jeans again. I'm wearing jeans right now. You can't see, but I had to fully embrace the fact that it's not 80 degrees. It's like 78. I know this video is not my typical content, but I just wanted to update you guys on all the stuff I've been interested in, the stuff that I'm working on, what's happening in my life, etc. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.